What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Say It With Your Chest podcast. Before we get started, hit that like, that share, and that subscribe button so that you will be notified whenever I go live or drop a video. Now, let's get into it. A Milwaukee woman by the name of Chrystul Kizer, who says that she was legally allowed to kill a man because he was sexually trafficking her, was sentenced Monday to 11 years in prison after pleading guilty to a reduced count of reckless homicide. A Kenosha County judge sentenced Chrystul Kizer to 11 years of initial confinement, followed by 5 years of extended supervision in the 2018 death of Randall Volar, 34. She was given credit for 570 days, about 1.5 years of time served. The judge did not make Kizer eligible to participate in any early release programs at the Department of Corrections, and she should be released in 2033, according to the Wisconsin State Public Defender's Office. Kizer had pleaded guilty in May to second-degree reckless homicide in Volar's death, allowing her to avoid trial and a possible life sentence. Prosecutors said Kizer shot Volar at his Kenosha home in 2018 when she was 17, and she then burned down his home and stole his BMW. Kizer was charged with multiple counts, including first-degree intentional homicide, arson, car theft, and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Kizer, now 24, says she met Volar on a sex trafficking website. He had been molesting her and selling her as a prostitute over the year leading up to his death, she said. She told detectives that she shot him after he tried to touch her. Her attorneys said Kizer couldn't be held criminally liable for any of it under a 2008 state law that absolves sex trafficking victims of any offense committed as a direct result of being trafficked. Most states have passed similar laws over the last 10 years, providing sex trafficking victims at least some level of criminal immunity. Prosecutors countered that Wisconsin legislators couldn't possibly have intended for protections to extend to homicide. Anti-violence groups flocked to Kizer's defense, arguing in court briefs that trafficking victims feel trapped and sometimes feel as if they have to take matters into their own hands. The state Supreme Court ruled in 2022 that Kizer could raise the defense during trial. So wow, you guys, there is a story out of Wisconsin of a young lady by the name of Chrystul Kizer, who was 17 at the time, who was allegedly sex trafficked and now is facing 11 years in prison. I want you guys' opinions and thoughts on this matter down in the comment section. So if you can, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel and give me your thoughts and opinions on this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video upload.
17 years old when she was charged with killing a man. She says sexually abused her for years. The case garnered international attention.
And now 6 years later, she is sentenced. Fox 6's Ashley Sears joins us here in studio to explain that this isn't the outcome her supporters wanted here, Ash.
Stephanie, this sentence comes after Kizer pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of second-degree reckless homicide. Advocates for sex trafficking survivors were hoping she would get time served.
6 years after Chrystul Kizer walked into a Kenosha County courtroom for the first time, she returns for the ending to her case. Our cameras were not allowed to film inside, only permitted to capture photos. In 2018, then 17-year-old Kizer was charged with shooting and killing 34-year-old Randall Volar at his Kenosha County home. Prosecutors say she set his house on fire and stole his car.
This is a crime, the most serious crime known to man.
The case garnered international attention after Kizer said Volar was abusing and trafficking her for years. In 20 2020, a handful of groups helped pay her $400,000 bond so she could be free before her trial. In May of this year, Kizer pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of second-degree reckless homicide. Monday, a judge sentenced her to 11 years in prison with 5 years of extended supervision.
It's a heartbreaking decision.
Yasmin Vafa is the executive director of Rights for Girls, an organization working to change the narrative on the criminalization of sexually abused girls. She helped write a report on it.
We are still letting so many of these young girls fall through the cracks.
While the Kizer case is done, advocates say their work continues.
I think just it's a tragedy all around.
In court today, Kizer read a Bible verse and asked the judge for generosity in his decision. She reiterated she was the victim of sex trafficking. She told the judge she is filled with remorse and regret for the shooting. Stephanie.
This is such a long time coming. Chapter now closed. Ashley, thanks.